Cricket's greatest spinner just vanished and built something that will shock you. The most successful spinner in cricket history disappeared overnight. No interviews, no social media, nothing. Then we found out why. Anisa Mohammed spent 21 years dominating cricket fields around the world. She broke every record possible, made history as the first player ever to take 100 T20 wickets. But her biggest move happened after she quit, and almost nobody knows about it. Stay till the end because this story will change how you see cricket forever. Picture this. You're 15 years old. You just became the youngest player ever to represent your country. The cameras are flashing. Everyone's watching. That was Anisa Mohammed in 2003. But here's the crazy part. She was already planning something massive, something that would take 20 years to build, and now it's finally ready. Let me show you what she's been hiding. Before we reveal her secret project, you need to understand just how good Anisa was. 151 wickets in ODI cricket, 5th highest ever. 114 wickets in T20s. First person in history to reach 100. 21 years of international cricket. But these numbers tell only half the story. Every single match, every training session, every tour, Anisa was studying something else. She was watching how cricket failed young players in the Caribbean. No proper training places, no female coaches, no money for families, no clear path to success. While other players focused on their own careers, Anisa was taking notes. She was building a plan so big, it could change cricket forever. Growing up in Trinidad in the 1990s was tough for any girl who wanted to play cricket. There were no proper cricket fields for women, no female coaches to teach young girls, definitely no money to help families support their daughters' cricket dreams. Anisa's early training happened in her backyard. She would bowl for hours at makeshift targets. She developed her own techniques through trial and error. No professional coaching, no fancy equipment, just pure determination and countless hours of practice. But instead of becoming angry about the lack of support, Anisa made a different choice. She decided to study every single thing that was wrong with the system. Every time she traveled to a new country for cricket, she observed how other places developed young talent. Every time she worked with a coach who didn't understand spin bowling, she took mental notes about what was missing. Every time she met a young girl who wanted to play cricket but couldn't find opportunities, she remembered that conversation. Here's something that will blow your mind. Anisa didn't retire because she was tired. She didn't quit because of injuries. She retired because her secret project was ready to start. She had been planning this moment since 2020. 4 years of secret meetings, hidden partnerships, quiet talks with university officials, discussions with business leaders, negotiations with education ministers. And now it's happening. So what exactly is Anisa building? It's not a business. It's not a simple coaching school. It's something completely different and much bigger. She's creating a network of cricket academies across Trinidad and Tobago. But these aren't normal academies. They focus on one specific thing, spin bowling development. Here's why this is brilliant. Modern cricket is all about spin. T20 cricket especially. Teams need spinners who can bowl different variations, who can think strategically, who can handle pressure in crucial moments. But there are almost no places to learn proper spin bowling in the Caribbean. Anisa saw this gap 10 years ago. She realized that while everyone was focusing on fast bowling and big hitting, the real future was in intelligent spin bowling. Fast bowlers get tired. Big hitters have bad days, but smart spinners can control entire matches. So she quietly started building the solution. She began reaching out to former teammates who had coaching experience. She started conversations with cricket boards about development needs. She identified locations for potential training facilities, all while still playing international cricket at the highest level. But wait, the academies are just the beginning of her master plan. She's also creating something that has never existed before in Caribbean cricket: full university scholarships for cricket players. Think about this for a moment. Most talented kids have to make an impossible choice: cricket or education. They can't do both because there's no financial support. Families can't afford to let their children focus on cricket when they need them to study and get regular jobs. Anisa is changing that forever. Students in her program get full education support. They can study engineering, business, medicine, or any other field they choose. At the same time, they receive world-class cricket training from qualified coaches. And here's the best part. They have guaranteed career opportunities after graduation. This solves the biggest problem in Caribbean cricket: talented kids quitting because they can't afford to continue. playing, the scholarship program works with several major universities across Trinidad and Tobago. Students can choose their academic path while maintaining their cricket development. They get access to proper nutrition programs, fitness training with qualified trainers, mental health support, career counseling, everything that professional cricketers in wealthy countries take for granted. But here's the part that made my jaw drop. Anisa isn't just helping players. She's training coaches too, and 90% of these new coaches are women. This has never been done before, anywhere in the world. Let me explain why this is so revolutionary. In cricket, almost all coaches are men. Young girls have no female role models in coaching positions, no mentors who understand their unique challenges, no one who can relate to the specific problems that female cricketers face. Anisa lived this problem for 21 years. She worked with coaches who didn't understand spin bowling techniques, who couldn't teach her the advanced variation she needed to succeed at the highest level, who had never faced the mental pressure that comes with being the main spinner for your country. She had to figure everything out herself. She had to develop her own training methods. She had to learn how to handle pressure through trial and error. She had to become her own sports psychologist. Now she's making sure no girl ever has to go through that struggle alone again. Her coaching certification programs are comprehensive and demanding. They cover technical aspects of spin bowling, grip variations, release points, flight patterns, field settings. They teach strategic thinking, how to read batsmen, when to attack, when to defend, how to build pressure. They include sports psychology training, how to help young players handle failure, build confidence, maintain focus under pressure. Most importantly, they focus on communication skills, how to connect with young female athletes, how to create safe learning environments, how to inspire the next generation. Here's the shocking part. The early results from these programs are incredible. The first group of students includes kids who are already breaking age group records across the Caribbean. The coaching certification programs have received applications from women across not just Trinidad and Tobago, but from Jamaica, Barbados, Guyana, and other Caribbean nations. But the most amazing development is what's happening in rural village communities that cricket had completely forgotten about. Anisa's mobile coaching units travel to remote areas of Trinidad and Tobago. These are places that have never had professional cricket coaching of any kind. Villages where kids play cricket with makeshift equipment on rough grounds. Communities where parents never imagined their children could have cricket careers. The participation rates in these mobile programs have exceeded every single projection. There's massive untapped talent scattered across these rural areas. And Anisa's team is finding it, nurturing it, and giving it real opportunities. Now here's where this story gets really interesting from a business perspective. Anisa isn't funding this massive undertaking with cricket prize money. She's not begging for government handouts. She's not running charity fundraisers. She's created something much smarter, strategic. Partnerships with international companies that want to establish operations in the Caribbean. Most sports development programs fail because they run out of money. They depend on donations that dry up or government funding that gets cut when budgets get tight. Anisa solved this sustainability problem by thinking like an entrepreneur instead of like a traditional sports administrator. She approached major international corporations that were looking to expand their Caribbean operations. She offered them something they desperately needed but couldn't easily find: access to a pipeline of highly educated, well-trained, disciplined young professionals. Here's how her funding model works. International companies provide financial support for the cricket academies and scholarship programs. In exchange, they get first opportunity to hire program graduates for their Caribbean operations. The students receive world-class education and cricket training. The companies get access to talented employees who understand both local Caribbean culture and international business practices. The cricket programs get sustainable long-term funding that doesn't depend on the whims of government budgets or the generosity of donors. Everyone benefits from this arrangement, but Anisa didn't stop with just creating a sustainable funding model. She's specifically targeting communities and demographics that cricket has traditionally ignored or failed to reach effectively. Rural farming communities, low-income urban neighborhoods, girls who never thought cricket was a realistic option for them. Families who assumed sports careers were only for wealthy kids with connections. The mobile coaching units don't just show up and teach basic cricket skills. They arrive with comprehensive information about scholarship opportunities, career pathways, and life-changing possibilities that these communities never knew existed. They explain how cricket can be a vehicle for education, travel, professional development, and financial independence. They connect with local community leaders, school principals, and parents to build trust and understanding about what these programs can offer. This comprehensive community outreach is creating a talent pipeline that the Caribbean has never had before. Kids from backgrounds that never produced professional cricketers are now getting world-class development opportunities. Villages that were completely disconnected from organized cricket are now sending their most talented young people to advanced training programs. But building this revolutionary system hasn't been easy or without significant challenges. Anisa has faced massive resistance from traditional cricket administrators who didn't believe in her vision. And her response to these obstacles shows exactly why she was such a successful international cricketer and why she's likely to succeed in this ambitious new venture. Cricket board officials told Anisa her programs were too ambitious and complex, too expensive to implement properly, impossible to coordinate across multiple islands and communities. Some people suggested she should stick to running simple coaching clinics like other retired cricketers. Others questioned whether the Caribbean really needed such comprehensive development programs when basic facilities were still lacking in many areas. Anisa's response was perfect and totally in character. She approached these development challenges with exactly the same methodical, determined mindset that made her the first cricketer ever to take 100 T20 wickets. When proper coaching wasn't available during her childhood, she spent countless hours practicing alone in her backyard, developing innovative techniques through experimentation and persistence. When she encountered bowling problems that her coaches couldn't solve, she studied video footage, analyzed successful spinners from other countries, and created her own solutions. Now, when critics say her development programs are too complex to manage effectively, she breaks them down into smaller, manageable components and tackles each challenge systematically. When funding arrangements become complicated, she finds creative partnership structures that benefit all parties involved. When logistics become challenging across multiple locations, she adapts her approach and develops innovative mobile solutions that can reach previously unreachable communities. This problem-solving approach is producing remarkable results. The first-year statistics from her pilot programs are extraordinary. Kids are developing technical skills faster than anyone predicted. Young women are embracing coaching opportunities they never knew existed. Rural communities are engaging with cricket programs at unprecedented levels. Most importantly, entire families and communities are getting excited about cricket again after years of feeling disconnected from the sport. Now here's the development that could transform cricket on a global scale. Cricket boards from other countries are closely watching what Anisa is accomplishing in Trinidad and Tobago, and they want to adapt her model to their own national contexts. Officials from several Asian and African cricket nations have already reached out to Anisa for consulting advice. They want to understand how her integrated approach to talent development, education, and community engagement could work in their specific situations. Think about the implications if her comprehensive development model proves successful in multiple different countries and cultural contexts. It could fundamentally change how cricket identifies, develops, and supports young talent worldwide. The traditional approach of hoping talented kids will somehow find their way into organized cricket could be replaced by systematic community outreach and comprehensive support systems. But the real long-term impact of what Anisa is building extends far beyond cricket itself. Her integrated approach that combines sports development, educational opportunities, and community engagement could serve as a model for other sports and other regions around the world. The emphasis on gender equality in coaching and leadership positions addresses systemic problems that exist in virtually every sport. The focus on reaching underserved rural communities tackles issues of access and opportunity that plague youth development programs everywhere. Her programs prove that sports can be an effective vehicle for broader social and economic development. They demonstrate that athletic talent development and educational advancement don't have to compete with each other. They can reinforce and strengthen each other when properly coordinated. But here's what excites me most about Anisa's story and why I believe we're witnessing something historically significant. The first generation of students from her comprehensive programs is about to graduate and enter various cricket-related careers. These young people have received world-class education in their chosen academic fields. They understand advanced cricket techniques and strategies. They have experience working with international business partners. They have guaranteed career opportunities waiting for them. They're going to become the coaches, administrators, sports scientists, and cricket leaders who take Caribbean cricket to unprecedented levels of success. But more than that, they're going to serve as role models and mentors for the next generation of young cricketers coming through the system. They'll prove to kids in rural villages that cricket careers are genuinely possible and achievable with proper support and dedication. This brings us to the most important aspect of Anisa Mohammed's remarkable story. The real empire she's building cannot be measured in financial terms or business valuations. It can only be measured in transformed lives and realized dreams. Anisa Mohammed spent 21 years taking wickets for the West Indies and establishing herself as one of cricket's greatest spin bowlers. But her most significant legacy is being written right now, one student at a time, one coaching graduate at a time, one rural community at a time. It's visible in the 15-year-old girl from a remote Trinidad village who just discovered that cricket scholarships exist and that her dreams might actually be achievable. It's evident in the young woman who's becoming the first qualified female spin bowling coach in her community's history. It's apparent in the university student who's studying engineering while developing into a potential national team cricketer. It's measurable in the mobile coaching unit that visited a village where no professional cricket coach had ever been before. And suddenly dozens of kids who had never imagined cricket careers are training seriously for the first time. This is what happens when a true champion decides to use their platform, knowledge, and influence to create lasting systemic change instead of just personal wealth or recognition. Anisa identified problems that everyone else was ignoring or accepting as permanent fixtures. She spent decades studying these problems from every angle, understanding their root causes and interconnected effects. Then she designed comprehensive solutions that address every aspect of what was broken in Caribbean cricket development. Her approach is methodical, sustainable, and scalable to other regions and contexts. Most importantly, it's already working and producing measurable results that exceed all expectations. The participation numbers speak for themselves. Rural outreach programs beating all projections, scholarship applications pouring in from across the Caribbean, international cricket boards seeking consultation advice. But the real success stories are just beginning to unfold. As these programs expand to other Caribbean islands over the next few years, as the first program graduates enter coaching and administrative careers, as the coaching network grows and develops additional expertise, we're going to witness the complete transformation of how cricket operates in the Caribbean region. This transformation represents something much bigger than any individual athletic career, no matter how successful. This is about creating sustainable systems and opportunities that will benefit generations of young cricketers who haven't even been born yet. Anisa Mohammed officially retired from international cricket in January 2024. But her most important and impactful work is just getting started. The woman who made cricket history as the sport's greatest spin bowler is now making history as cricket's most innovative and effective developer of human talent. And the most exciting part of this entire story is that we're witnessing it unfold in real time, watching a true champion transform from record-breaking athlete to revolutionary leader. Subscribe now, because the next video reveals which current cricket stars are secretly planning similar projects that could change cricket forever.